I'd like to talk real quick about Suicide Prevention Month. That's September. September's month is the Suicide Prevention Month, and the theme this year is Every Sailor, Every Day. Every sailor, every day. We need to be there for every sailor, every day. That's the point of this, and we talk about this a lot because prevention and awareness is big. This is something that we can affect, and when a suicide occurs, it doesn't just affect the immediate family and friends. It affects everybody in the community, the entire command, the community members. So we can all, every member of our Navy team can set a positive example, reach out when they see someone struggling, or they may seem just a little off. Engage, actively communicate with each other. Suicide prevention and awareness is an all-hands effort. Take the time to ask others how they are doing. Make sure you are actively listening to their answers. Remember the common theme throughout training we've heard: act, ask, care, treat. Remember that throughout this little segment, but also just in your everyday lives. Remember that simple acronym: ask, care, treat. So actively listening to their answers when you engage someone is very important. Especially important that when we connect to those who are transitioning jobs or just transitioning into the area or getting ready to return to the States. If you know someone who's had a setback in their career or experienced a loss or just having relationship problems, make the effort to be there. People handle these types of stressors in different ways, so not everyone makes the right decisions or challenge and deals with these challenges when they occur. So we have to be careful and cognizant of that. So some folks handle things differently. Here are a few excerpts from our Secretary of Defense, Chuck Hagel. Preventing military suicide is one of the DoD's highest priorities. We must rededicate ourselves to actively working not only every month, but every day to fulfill our collective responsibility to watch out for each other and take care of each other. Suicide is a complex and devastating event that affects us all. The painful loss of life and its heartbreaking aftermath spread beyond the individual and immediate family, taking a toll on fellow service members, family, friends, neighbors, coworkers, and society itself. When someone is going through challenges and comes to you for help, it doesn't make them weak, it makes them strong, because asking for help when you need it takes courage and strength. These brave individuals shouldn't be avoided or stigmatized, they need to be embraced. You have the power to make a difference. It only takes one person to ask one question or make one call, and that can save, and that single act can save a life. So just right there in Secretary of Defense's message, you have the ACT acronym. You ask when someone's going through challenges and they come to you for help, ask them some questions, and then embrace them, care. All right, that's the second part of it. And then ask a few more questions, make one phone call to get them treatment, or just asking the questions is part of that treatment plan. So ask, care, treat.
We had a little bit of a fire out in one of the apartment buildings on base housing this past week. Balcony fire, not in a small one, not a anything major, but I just wanted to give a shout out to the fire department because their response time was 3 minutes from the call. A neighbor called the fire department and they noticed something. So the see something, say something worked in this case. It was great. The neighbor called, saw the fire out there, and within 3 minutes the fire department was on station with a ladder team. It was a second-story balcony, so they're out there on the ladder, put some water on it, and got the fire put out really, really fast. So I encourage you, if you see your fire professionals, fire department professionals out there, the firefighters, give them a pat on the back, say hi. They're out there every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, standing watch just for cases like this. And they're here to protect us, and they're saving lives. So take the fire prevention seriously, and just make sure you go around your house and take a look at. We all know what the threats are. We hear about them ever since we're in elementary school about what the fire triangle. Some of the more common fire threats that are out there. Take a walk around your house and make sure that you're situated well and you have fire safety in mind. Know your escape routes and those types of things. And then there's some rules that we have in base housing, and make sure you're following the rules, and we'll have a safe environment for on-base housing and also our work environment. So I think we'll go through the schedule. And Transition GPS is a redesigned transition assistance program that ensures sailors and their family members are substantially better prepared for civilian life. And the program provides tools, education, and support needed for a successful transition to the military and to make you career ready with strategies that augment your job search and the process in today's market. So in the Transition GPS program, sailors and family members assess what interests them the most in the workplace kind of figure out what you might want to do. What do I want to do when I grow up, kind of stuff. So some of the services provided by Transition GPS, it translates your, just like I mentioned before, translate your military skills and experience into civilian workforce terms. Allows for financial planning, certification, training resources, an employment workshop, federal and civilian job search techniques. The federal job search on USA Jobs is an interesting website if you have the chance to look at it. Resume writing, and VA benefits, and e-benefits. So I encourage you to get out there and do the class. The recommendation that I've heard is that everybody should go through that class probably twice before they retire and get out.